Many librarians have told me that they find it challenging to keep up with new technologies, so I wrote a book on that topic that I'd like to tell you about. This book is for librarians from all types of libraries, public, academic, school, special, any type of library, also for people who are educational technology specialists and library school students who want to follow this career path. As you know, technology is always changing, sometimes really fast. Trends come and go, and it's hard to tell what's going to be just a passing fad or what's going to stick around. We need to figure out which technologies are worth trying and experimenting with for possible library services. We don't usually have huge staffs or budgets, so it's quite a challenge. We know that we need to keep up with our users and what technologies they use and what their needs and goals are. We also need staff with skills in new technologies, skills that are always changing. According to this snapshot of job postings by San Jose State University School of Information, employers want candidates who are adept at trend spotting, cognizant of emerging trends, and also skilled at analyzing and implementing new trends and technologies. And according to the New Media Consortium Horizon report, they listed rethinking the roles and skills of librarians in their section called Difficult Challenges, those that we understand but for which solutions are elusive. Well, I believe that we can solve these challenges, and that's partly why I wrote this book. It's called Keeping Up with Emerging Technologies, Best Practices for Information Professionals, published by Libraries Unlimited. Here's a bit of what the book covers. I talk about what skills, talents, and temperaments are best for this work. And I also talk about best methods for keeping up, regardless of the specific technology. So the book is not about any particular technology, it's more about methods. I cover many different types of sources to follow, both the usual sources like newsletters and blog feeds, to the unconventional sources like pop culture and science fiction. I also cover dealing with information overload, how to sort out trends and fads, how far out in the future to look, and the importance of following ethical debates around new technologies. I also talk about the importance of looking outside your discipline so you can bring in creative ideas from other fields like consumer trends or creative thinking or digital anthropology and more. In a major chapter of the book, I cover user experience and the different types of research methods you can use to learn more about your users and what they really need. I also have a chapter about diversity, accessibility, and the digital divide, and the importance of keeping up with all three of these areas with some recommended sources. That's so that we can really match our new technology services with the needs of real people from our communities. I then cover how to design experiments with new technologies and how to set up criteria for evaluating your experiments. Once you have some successful experiments with new technologies, you're then going to need to persuade the decision makers who set budgets and staff for your library, and this can be quite a challenge, so I cover strategies for that, including how to deal with the inevitable resistance that comes up around new technologies. In the end of the book, I include a template for a job description of an emerging technologies librarian that you can feel free to use and modify for your own purposes. And I conclude with a resource guide which has a bibliography of books, articles, websites, and mobile apps for doing this work. So the good news is that you really can enjoy keeping up with the fast-changing world of new technologies. And we can design library services that make a strong positive difference in people's lives. I'm Nicole Hennig, and you can learn more about me on my website, NicoleHennig.com. Previously, I was an academic librarian. I worked at the MIT libraries for 14 years, first as web manager and later as head of the user experience department. In 2013, I left to start my own business, helping librarians and educators use the best mobile technologies. You can learn more about my offerings at my website, NicoleHennig.com. I have other books, courses, and webinars available, and I invite you to sign up for my newsletter, Mobile Apps News, for staying current with the best educational apps. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you will get the book. Just do a search online for Keeping Up with Emerging Technologies by Nicole Hennig, or follow this link. Thank you very much.